How do you feel after playing a full 90 minutes on Saturday and then traveling back? What kind of shape are you in?
Yeah, I feel really good. Got an early flight out of Phoenix yesterday. Was able to come in here and get a little bit of work in, massage and some regeneration work. And so yeah, woke up this morning feeling really good. Excited for tomorrow.
Pretty good performance from you too. The one goal and setting up the one. Do you, when you play like that from one game internationally, can it sort of give you a boost of confidence, or can it carry over to the next game for your club side?
Sure. You hope that now by being fit and sharp and in a good way, you hope that carries over. You hope that now you're able to by playing more and more games, become even that much fitter, that much sharper, and that much ready to play each and every game. And so. Obviously it's just a friendly on Wednesday. We're all mindful of that and what it means in the big picture. But anytime you have a chance to step on the field for the national team, especially in a game like that, you enjoy it. And so excited to be back and can't wait for tomorrow.
You guys are taking on a very strong Columbus Crew team, missing a lot of key players. What's your plan of attack heading in there?
We are determined now to go in and do everything we can to get a good result. A good team doesn't lose twice in a row. A good team now is going to understand that last weekend wasn't our best performance, but we'll find a way to respond and do anything we can to come away with something tomorrow. And so I think, obviously being back this morning, the spirit is good. Week of training, I think, was really positive, and I think the best way to put a game like last weekend behind you is just get back out on the field.
Michael, they say often you learn more from a loss than a win. What do you think were the lessons taken from the Salt Lake game?
I think, look, we started well. 2 games, 2 wins, but even through that, we had a good, clear picture of where we were as a team, and. Obviously, after losing a tough game in Salt Lake City, it's easy to look and say that the level dropped or now we're not as good as we thought we were. But the reality is we had a clear idea of where we were before that, and we still do. We look at things closely. We're honest with ourselves. When we get inside and now the door gets shut and now it's just us, we have an honest way of talking with each other to make sure that we're improving. But it's still early. 3 games. The start has been really positive, and now we want to find a way to get back on track with a real good performance tomorrow.
What are your thoughts about the league's disciplinary committee rulings? Ryan has been quite clear that he thinks that this sort of hindsight sanction maybe undermines the referee who's seen an incident and already ruled on it. Your club is missing an important player for the 2nd week in a row. Do you have, as a player, what do you think about when a referee has already taken steps on the field and then you face something else?
Yeah, I think it's really disappointing. I think at some point they're going to have to look at the way it's all handled and really think about how they want to do things moving forward. I spoke with Stevie this morning. It's a hard tackle. He comes in late. There's no doubt about that. If at that point the referee decides to give him a red card, you're frustrated, but you can look at it and say, you know what, that can be a red card. But if the referee gives a yellow card, you still look at it and say, it's a hard yellow, but it's yellow. 5 times out of 10 it's a yellow, 5 times out of 10 it's a red. But still, you have to respect the referee's decision. You can't have a league where now a group of people sit around on Monday morning and re-referee every game. It doesn't work like that. And hopefully moving forward, this is something that can be looked at, because like I said, when you look around the world at the way things are done, there's a mechanism in place to punish things that need to be punished, but there still it's still a game with a referee, and now human error comes into play, and so at times it can be a yellow card, at times it can be a red card, and so these things are still a part of our game, and so it is what it is for tomorrow. We certainly miss Stevie, but we have confidence and faith in every guy here to step on the field and not skip a beat.
Miguel Herrera called you one of the best center midfielders in the world after the game on Wednesday. High praise indeed, but going forward, stuff like that, does it mean anything to you? Of course, it's good to hear, of course, but
I'm not sure he meant it in the most positive way. So he certainly is a guy who enjoys playing the game in the media, and that's fine. For the rest of us, we concentrate on what's going on on the field. Still, when you look at Wednesday from a bigger picture, it was a good night for us. Atmosphere was great. It was a good night for the fans, and it was a good step for us as we move forward towards the World Cup.